happening in the market. And our academy teaches everything from Forex to binary options to even crypto, not just buying and holding crypto on the exchange, but also trading crypto, trading it on our MetaTrader 4 platform. If you're still in that Ethereum trade, let me see something in the chat box. If you've been holding an Ethereum trade from $700, I want to see something in the chat box. You guys give a testimony. I don't know about y'all, but my trade is well over 2,100 in profit. And I went for a baby trade and it's there. I got in late. I got in at 9:50 because I was so busy going, man, babe, that was an awesome call. Man, I should have took it. I was so distracted getting excited about the call that I went in late on it. So I actually didn't even get into that trade until it was over $900. And guys, we're still over $2,000 in profit on that little account. So I know you guys are killing it. This is just some of the value that we love to give. So really quickly, before I get into XRP, I just want to kind of explain a little bit about our community that you may or may not know. Maybe you've seen, maybe you haven't. I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So I'm going to share my screen here and just take a second to explain what academy that we're all a part of, where we get our education. So as we talk about XRP in the market, you'll have confidence in what we're doing. Thank you guys for helping us co-host so that we can get all of our guests into the room. I so appreciate you. So why are we investing in the first place? What's the whole point? What's the point? To make some money, right? Because here's the truth, you guys. Poor people spend, middle class save, rich invest. Okay? It's not a dig on anyone. It's just the truth. The poor spend, the middle class save, the rich invest. In fact, less than 1% of people even consider having multiple streams of income. I don't know how they're doing it because it takes two parents working full time, maybe with an even side gig to make money and feed these kids. They're eating up everything right now in the kitchen. And so what we believe that one of the ways we can empower our communities is by having an upfront money conversation. No shame, no judgment. I don't care what happened in your past. Now that you're here, we want to talk about how to pay off debt radically. We want to talk about how to take your efforts and make sure you're getting paid off of them. And we want to talk about how to invest. Our academy teaches 4 major things. We teach FRX, DCX, HFX, and ECX. Let me explain what that is. Forex is teaching Forex. If you've never seen trading live, trading in the market, oh, it's exciting. It's exhilarating, and it's a very teachable skill set. We also teach binary options trading. Any binary options traders on the line, make some noise in the chat box. I see a bunch of you guys on the line. It's a really fun way to trade because you can get in and out of trades within minutes. Instead of holding long term, you might have a 1-minute trade. And then we have our crypto academy, where we're going to have a lot of the content we're sharing tonight comes from this academy. What I love about the crypto academy, guys, is that it's actually 2 academies in one. What do I mean by that? We're not just teaching you how to buy and hold. We are doing that. We're also teaching you how to trade it. I've never seen a platform that teaches both fully. We're going to give you everything you know how to buy confidently, where to store it, hot wallet, cold wallet, a ledger, what you should be doing, what websites to stay away from, what coins are hot, how to identify what coins are hot, how to know when to buy, because believe it or not, Bitcoin's not done. When to get into the market is so important, but when to hold is important too. So we teach you a lot about that, but then we also open up an entirely new world a lot of people don't even know exists, which is you can actively trade your coins on the market, okay? So right now, you guys, a lot of our organization is in a trade where we went in on a buy on Ethereum. I just love looking at this. And we were able to take that trade, of course, make sure we're trading in proper leverage. And this is just where my trade is at, you guys. And I know I'm like the small money on the call. These guys go hard in this organization. So I know they're going hard with that trade. Still, that's one tiny example of what we offer. So yes, you guys want to buy and hold crypto, but you also want to know when to trade it. And we're going to talk about that because there really was an opportunity when it comes to XRP, but the opportunity was not isolated in just buying and holding it. The real opportunity in the last 24 hours during this rally was taking a trade position. Since we knew what they were going to do, but we didn't know if it was going to stay there, the best thing for us to do was to not necessarily buy it at 75 cents. It was to take a trade when everything started. And guess who threw an XRP trade yesterday at 9 p.m.? Swipe Coin. There's an app that comes with the DCX Academy. I love this app. And basically what they do, guys, is they communicate and they send us charts. I literally get notifications on my phone. I swipe down and this is the kind of content I get. And this is the XRP trade. Oh, we got another one. This is new, 2 hours ago. Maybe I'll let Randy tell y'all what that says. We have a new XRP trade. Who's already in this trade? I've been on calls, you guys. Holy cow. Oh, baby, it's going to be a good day. Oh, man, I love this markup. I'm not going to steal the thunder, Randy. I'm totally letting you talk about the charts. What I want to talk about today is the history of why this is so important, why XRP is getting so much attention, and in case you're invested, what you should be looking to do. I just love our DCX Academy, the versatility. I love how affordable it is. We want to keep everything simple. Our packages here, you guys, are $235 to get started, $175 a month to keep up with it. But if you're on this call right now, and you decide to make a decision today, you actually can get started for $199. If you invited someone on the call and you're like, wait, how do I get them started for $199? Make sure you get with me, Randy, Sakina, one of your leaders, Tammy. They have that link so that you can sign someone up for the promotional price, which is amazing. $200 to get started, you guys. And this is the most valuable educational platform that exists right now that's attainable. And we're helping people make money. This month alone, our DCX Academy knows about, just that we know about 5 people who've hit over 6 figures in their portfolio because of the education that we're gaining, and they celebrate this on the calls. We're also a community that's proud to grow very naturally. We want to get results. When I make money in my trades, I'm excited to tell people about it. When I make money in a coin, I'm excited to talk. And guess what? They pay me to do that. The first way they do that is if I happen to share the content with 2 people and they love it and they're on board and I can convert them to be crypto enthusiasts as well, then now the company thanks me by waiving my fees altogether. I'll take it. I'm all about securing the bag and keeping it. And so I absolutely feel like our product is totally worth way more than $175 a month, especially with the kind of money that we're making right now. But if they're going to waive my fees for sharing it, I will take it. I love it. And then there's a small percentage of us that choose to even become ambassadors for the program. And we get locked into the most strongest aggressive compensation plan that the industry offers. My story is not typical, but it's definitely our story. Once we saw in our first week that we were able to profit, you guys, we started picking up the phone and it sounded like this. Who you around right now? You by yourself? Listen. You got to get on these calls. We're making money. And that's how I talk to my sister, my friend. I talk to my cousin. I talk to anyone that I respected enough to bring into my money circle. And because of that, and because of what this product is and how it proved itself to us, my husband and I were able to hit the rank of Chairman 10 in our first 60 days. Basically, that means that the company started to send us a minimum of 10 grand a month every single month as a thank you. Why were they paying me that? Well, because they told me at that point, there was over 500 people that were now in the company and they were somehow tied to me because I was sharing it. I don't know those people, but I love them. I appreciate them. And all we keep doing, guys, is just keep sharing our testimony. And I believe that truth is everything. You know, people know when you're telling the truth. They also know when you're selling them. People don't want to be sold. And so what we do is we get results and we get loud. And that's what the Academy is all about. Now, really quickly, let's talk about XRP, okay? Oh, this has been a beautiful story. If you don't know the scoop, I'm about to break it down Wendy Williams style, and then Randy's gonna get on these charts with you guys. But what we're seeing with XRP is really unique because XRP was already kind of in the drama. So what happened is the SEC filed a lawsuit against XRP. And what they said was that their initial coin offering broke the rules. I'll break that down in just a second. But what you need to know, this is not the first time this has happened. The SEC has actually filed an identical lawsuit before against a company known as Kick. So check it out. Ripple has an XRP coin. Ripple is the company, XRP is their token. Its utilization is a token, not a security. What's that mean? I'm buying it because I can use it like money. Whereas a share, I'm buying it because I'm trying to make money. Now, of course, a lot of us are looking at cryptos like a way to make money, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how we're looking at it. It's matter how it's used. And it is a token. You can use it. So because of that, Ripple feels like they've done nothing wrong. And this is an example. the SEC actually filed a lawsuit against Kick. They ended up settling out of court to just expedite the process, because for 500 days, their token could not be purchased. And that really hurt them. What we really saw is that the SEC did not have a real strong enough suit to take this all the way. Like it almost worked in their favor that Kick really was able to settle. And they were like, okay, listen, we just want to get this done with and move on. We've got a business to run. And so they ended up settling out of court. This does not mean that the SEC won. Okay, it just means that they settled out of court. But when they went ahead and applied this lawsuit, it's eerily identical to what they did with Ripple. And what they did is they said, hey, listen, your initial coin offering is a problem. They were offering a coin known as KIN. Your initial coin offering is a problem. This is a big deal, ladies and gentlemen. This is called an ICO, initial coin offering. Why is this a big deal? Okay, well, years ago, crypto didn't exist. Initial coin offerings did not exist, okay? But what did exist is initial public offerings. What is an initial public offerings? Share. What is a share? When a company goes public, a private corporation chooses to go public, they now are allowed to have public investors. However, when a company goes public and they start doing their IPO, their initial public offering, that's not to you and I, that's to their friends, their family, their connects. And not just anyone can participate. The government, quote, protects people by not letting anyone participate. And so there's a lot of rules when you decide I'm going public. Basically, IPOs and the system of IPOs is hands down owned by the SEC. Okay, they're the big bullies. They're like, how did you do that IPO? Did you do it right? You know, they're the ones in there making them uncomfortable, making sure all the I's are dotted. If they did not do this IPO the right way, their business can be in jeopardy. For instance, there is something known as qualified investors. Can we just call it what it is? Rich people. If you ain't rich, Fatima, you shouldn't invest because I'm, quote, protecting you from getting hurt. Sounds like you're protecting us from getting rich, right? In fact, there is qualifications you have to meet to become an investor in an IPO. You have to have money. Imagine you're trying to come up and your friend is launching something like Netflix. And the government is saying you can't participate because you're too poor. You're considered poor. You're not considered wealthy. Did you know that trading used to be this way? You had to have over a $3 million net worth and $100,000 liquid in order to trade. What's changed that? The internet's changed that. Common sense, the people being able to defend themselves and say, hey, that don't make no sense, has changed that. And so these rules can change. Now, why is our XRP getting sued? Because according to the SEC, you guys, what they really did was an IPO, but they disguised it as an ICO. That's their claim. Their claim is, this ain't about XRP. This ain't about the coin. This is just Ripple being able to gather more funds and gather more investors on the slick. That's what the entire lawsuit's about. But the truth is that Ripple has been able to defend themselves and show, no, this is an actual coin, is an actual token by itself. In fact, there is contracts in place with very powerful banking systems ready to use XRP as its token. Powerful banking systems. Now, if I'm a powerful banking system and I'm looking at XRP, let's just go back to XRP history. If I'm going to XRP and I'm saying, man, you mean to tell me this thing's really growing and I might have missed my best entry? You mean to tell me these little people, these poor people, how dare they? They're attacking the rich. I'm literally quoting them. They got this thing over $3. Hold up, hold up, hold up. It wasn't supposed to go there. Not without us getting in first. The privilege, the banking systems, the old money. You mean the people drove this price up? They're not even smart enough to invest. Should we even be letting this happen? So what happened is their baby shot up. What do you do when you didn't get the best price? Well, what you're supposed to do is just buy it at what it's at, but that's not the game they play. Here's the game they play. The game they play is to crush faith in the coin so they can bring it down and they can buy it at 50 cents. Worse, 36 cents. 15 cents. That's what they want to do. And so what we really believe is happening is that all of this is a way to rattle and shake what's happening in XRP. And XRP enthusiasts are holding their coins long term. Now, in the last week, there's been a lot of talk on the internet about stocks and cryptos. And what's happening is there's groups like Reddit and Telegram where people are coming together in the hundreds of thousands and they're pushing the market in certain directions. This is not necessarily market manipulation because they're not being manipulated to believe there's any pseudo value here. They're very aware of what they're doing. They understand the risk and they're all for it. But what happened in the last couple of days when this focus went from GameStop and AMC to now cryptos is that there's a very different game to play. See, when we were doing this in the stock market world, GameStop, AMC, the agenda was to push out sell positions that greedy hedge funds companies had. Imagine you're on your last leg as a company and this big capital backed company with billions of dollars is able to take sell positions and weaken the value of your company while you're already on the last leg. They're kicking you while you're down. This is how hedge fund companies, you guys, have been able to take out companies quicker. They basically condense time and they take them out overnight. Toys R Us, a great example. These companies just disappear overnight. We're like, wait, Toys R Us is closing? And it seems so quick. And the reason why is because the process of a slow death is not even being allowed. They're speeding this up. They're literally shark hunting weak companies and saying, oh yeah, we got enough money to take them out. We got enough money to capitalize on their condition. And a lot of people feel like that's just not very patriotic. It's not very honest. Rich hedge fund companies feel like it's their right. However, when this energy shifted and we started rallying with GameStop and then we're rallying with AMC, there was something there. There was an agenda, right? Hey, we're going to make them cancel their sell positions. We're going to make them lose money. We're going to save this company. Understand when you take that same focus and you apply it to a coin, there is no one to punish. It's decentralized. And so I believe what happened with XRP is that there just wasn't a clear agenda. What's the agenda? See, the agenda with GameStop and AMC was to get these hedge fund companies to pay billions to go bankrupt and to stop picking on American companies that have brought massive value that are hurting because of a pandemic. But in XRP, unfortunately, there is no such thing as a pump and hold in crypto. You can pump and hold in shares, but most people are not pumping and long-term holding in crypto. What they're doing is they're pumping, seeing profit, and then exiting. And this is why it makes this atmosphere completely different. Now, long-term, what do we think is going to happen with XRP? The truth is we really believe that it's going to stabilize and follow its natural pattern that it was eventually going to follow. And that's where I want to really let my business partner, I'm so lucky, you guys, I get to be married to someone who is incredibly smart and incredibly sexy. Like all I got to do to get, a trade in this house, it ain't much work. Like, hey, baby, what you doing? And I really get the scoop, but just know y'all, sometimes I be working hard for y'all. Listen, I've been working hard just to give y'all the scoop. Like, hold on, I'm going to get this trade out of him, team. I know I am. Let me get to work. Listen, we talk about this so much in our house. My son, actually, my baby on his phone, I have it because he's grounded, but I have it. He actually owns over 300 XRP with his own money, you guys. And I'm so proud of my 12-year-old son. He has a wallet on his phone with his coins in it. He's already like, Mom, what's this ETH? I got to get some of this. And I'm really proud of him. All this is a byproduct of the atmosphere that my husband and I joined 3 years ago. We knew nothing about this space, and now we're confidently moving in this space. Since we have aggressively been focused on crypto in the last maybe 6-ish months, we've 5 times our savings. 5 times. This is not just, I'm not talking about the trading money at all. That's extra. I'm talking about just the strength of our portfolio. So hopefully you understood some of the backstory of what's happening here. We know that the kick case took 500 days. We do not think that Ripple will take that long. And, this is really a story for the patient. You want to know who's going to win in XRP? The patient people. guess what? I got time. I got all the time in the world. So Randy, I want to give it to you, because if we can break down some of this charting and, you know, some of this info that's come to our phones in the last couple of hours, what am I doing if I hold XRP? Should I just cash it in for Bitcoin right now? Should I sell it to you? What should I do with my XRP? And can you talk to us a little bit about, you know, we understand buying and holding it, but should I be trading XRP right now? What's that look like too?
Well, let me give everybody my XRP wallet, and I want you to send your XRP to me. Just kidding. What's going on, everybody? So, listen, I've been geeking out behind here, looking at all the information that's out there. And I know some of you, because I want to bring it down a little bit, right? I want you to understand that you could do this. 3 years ago, okay, I'm going to just tell you where we were. We were transitioning business. I thank God for it, okay? You know, I asked people today, are you investing in from doctors to lawyers to pilots? I was a pilot in the United States Air Force. I flew C-130s. You know, served our country, deployed Afghanistan, a lot of different did crazy things. And, you know, we were, thank God, you know, we read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. We were investing in real estate heavily, but we didn't understand the stock market. I would hear things about the Dow, and then a cryptocurrency would get a glimpse of it. But I, just like you, just like everybody else, that thing. And if you're not careful, history can repeat itself and not in your favor, okay? And so what you guys are seeing right now is history repeating itself, but this time you get to be involved with that movement. So I want to keep it very simple as I go through what you're going to look at here. I need you to understand, as a brand new person on here, maybe you don't understand the lingo that we're talking as far as XRP and cryptocurrency. All I need you to know is that money is going to be moving and going higher and higher based on what our government has always done for years: print money, okay? If someone had told me, I'm 41 years old today, someone would have told me in my 20s, now listen, Randy, you don't necessarily, it's not a hard thing to save a little bit of money, put some money away in the stock market. Did you know that no matter what, if you place money in the stock market, yes, it may do the ups and downs, we call it ebbs and flows, okay? It's naturally trending up. Why? Because our government prints money to pay its bills regardless, okay? And that we don't pay off debt. America's never going to pay off debt. It manages debt. Okay, so the debt is going to go higher and higher and higher every single year, and it falls on you and your kids. And so it's up to you to put your family in position, right? You don't believe me? I'm going to show you evidence of elite families putting their families in position generations for now. Okay, if I could talk back to my great-great-grandma back in the early 1900s, I would say, Grandma, Grandpa, could you buy some of that gold and silver for me? It's really cheap when in your time, and in my time, it's going to be worth several thousands of dollars. We will be a wealthy family if we do that. Well, right now, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency is the gold of your time, but you got to get in the game. You got to understand it. See, there's so many people who say, I want to be out of debt. They're asking for a blessing. They're asking for growth. They're asking for a harvest. But how many people can admit, if you don't plant a seed in the ground, you can't expect to plant the sprout up? Right? And so we're asking for these things. The rain comes, nothing's going to bloom. Okay? When the economy does what it's going to do, you're going to see everybody around you making a gang of money except you. Yours is going down. Now, unfortunately for us in this world, that happens in classes. Like my wife talked about, upper class, middle class, lower class. I came from poverty, folks. And, you know, my poverty mindset, unfortunately, didn't serve me in a wealth zone. I had to reprogram myself to understand that I must plant money in certain ways so that I can grow more money. One of those ways is playing money inside my mindset. See, some of you, you'll get on these, some of you will be hitting me up over and over and over again. Can I get the link? Can I get the link? Can I get the link? And really all the education we're going to give you comes right from our academy. Okay, you too can be knowledgeable and do exactly what we're doing. 3 years ago, I had no idea what I'm talking about right now. Today, not only can I educate you, but yes, our portfolio has grown massively. So let me just walk you down the track. So when I talk about money is going to continually grow no matter what, okay, whether you get involved or not. Put the right chart here. So I want to show you how money is going to grow no matter what. But first we start, remember I talked about that quote. I want you to remember this quote because it's absolutely true, okay? History repeats itself. It's facts. You know, but in such a cunning disguise that we never detect the resemblance until the damage is done. Okay, what's happening in our time right now, folks? Okay, happened 100 years ago. Okay, we're looking at COVID. Everybody's the COVID-nites, and you know, whatever we want to call it. You know, COVID. Well, back 100 years ago, during the last depression, just like we're going through right now. It was the Spanish flu. Same exact thing, same money problems, everything. And things were birthed during that time. And you want to know what was birthed during that time? Okay, something called the Federal Reserve. Our brand new banking system was birthed, okay? Just like cryptocurrency was birthed during the bailout of the banks in 2008, okay? So pay attention. Jekyll Island, if you haven't read that book, The Creature of Jekyll Island, I definitely, okay? I recommend that you read that book so that you can be aware of what's happening. Some people are walking around like zombies. There's things really happening, but you have no idea, even though you live right here in America. And if you get an idea about what it is that is going on, you're going to become wealthy. Okay. So I just want you to, this is research for you. This is homework. Okay. The Vanderbilts, who are they? Okay. Vanderbilt family, American family, Dutch origin. Okay. They were responsible in their success. They still hold wealth here in America. As a matter of fact, they have interest in the Federal Reserve. Okay. So it's a family that literally has created generation after generation after generation. They've lived for some time now. A lot of you know the Rockefellers. Okay. They also are responsible for a lot of things in America. Their largest fortune involved in the industry of the coal mines. Okay, they also have parts in our schooling system, political, and then they are a part of banking. Okay, you all know the Rockefellers, and then lastly the J.P. Morgan family. Okay, they started in the banking dynasty as well too. Okay, and I'm going to tell you their role in what's happening in cryptocurrency right now. Can you imagine? You created pretty much the banking system, and your family has kept control for over decades, okay? Almost multiple centuries. You see that? Can you imagine your family holding on to some stuff for centuries? Well, they created that. And guess what you're at the beginning of? You're at the beginning of the next century, folks. You're at the first decade, okay? The first 2 decades of the next 100 years. And what you do today not only will impact you, okay? It's going to impact your kids, their kids, and so forth. I promise you. And this is why I go so hard and why I love cryptocurrency, because I believe that in this industry, we are now running with the banks because of the technology. And this is what our platform is going to teach you for only $199. I want you to listen. Don't just listen to me. Sign up. Get in. It's 26 videos. Learn this stuff. It allowed me to learn what to research. Some of you are going to say, well, a lot of information. Yes. Okay, you got to go through the program and understand it. I'm fired up and excited about what I'm seeing, because you can go and add the Webb family on here, okay? And whoever your family name, add them on here as well too, because you're now, for real, this is not hype. You're now in position with cryptocurrency to do exactly this. Don't believe me? What does the banks do? What is the banks, I'm gonna look at you. What is the bank's goal? The banks just keep record of what? Your deposits and withdrawals. What does the blockchain do? The blockchain, which is to replace the banks, basically keeps record of what? Deposits, withdrawals, but it does so much more things. Okay, we're going to talk about the different cryptocurrency, what XRP does on the blockchain, what Ethereum does on the blockchain. They all have special things that they do, and if you understand them, you'll have no reason why you're not investing in these different cryptocurrencies. And we're going to show you how to find smaller coins that cost $2, a couple cents, that were just like Bitcoin. Okay, except you getting in now, you bring up your portfolio 200%, 400%, 500% over the next year, 2 years. Okay, cryptocurrency space is creating a lot of millionaires, young millionaires, okay, every single year. And all they're doing is they're learning the information. I remember I was at the airport, and it was these young kids. They definitely had to be 19, 18. And this is when I wasn't educated in cryptocurrency. Okay, and they're talking, I have no idea about cryptocurrency. And they're going on, talking about the blockchain, the protocols, technology, geeking out. Grown man. These kids are telling me it's their generation. And I'm telling you, don't just mark this off as like, that's what they do. It's like the dot-com era. People got rich in the dot-com era. And some people didn't believe it. They thought computers were evil. They're going to take over. This computer's going to start doing their own thing, and then everything's going to be operated by the Lord. Remember that statement people thought? That was the industrial age thinking, moving into what we call our infinite information age / now we're in the imagination age. Listen, we're talking about sending people to the moon to go mine gold, okay? Who would ever thought that was going to be a possible thing? So understand, this is where we are. So why is cryptocurrency important right now? It is important because America is going to do what America is going to do. Central banks are going to do what central banks do. They're going to print money. All I need you to know is when money is printed, things go up in value. So if and this is notice, this is a warning. If you make 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 a year right now, don't think you're always going to be comfortable. It's going to change fast over the next couple of years. I'm going to show you over the next 4 years, it's going to change if you don't change. Okay. So right now, our national debt, $27 trillion, 82 trillion total US debt. You're going to see this go down, but our debt's still going to go up nationally. Okay. So when you're looking at the stimulus that's about to get pushed out, some of you, you're excited. I'm excited too, but I'm not excited because I'm gonna get the check. I'm excited because everybody else gonna get the check. And you know what they're gonna do with the check? What they're gonna do with the check? They're gonna put it in the economy, okay? Where they buy goods, where they buy services, and you know what happens when it does that? Investments go up, but if you're not invested, you miss the buck, okay? That's the system. You're either gonna be an investor or a spender. There is no in between. Okay, you're either going to be poor or you're going to be rich. There really is no in between. Okay, that's a third world country concept, and that's where America is going right now. That's just the truth. Okay, here's what we're looking at right now. So as more money gets printed, the cost of things are going to go up. Right right now we're on pause for printing money. Now when those stimulus checks start rolling, money's going to be printed a lot. They paused it for a reason. Okay, new presidency, they're getting the monetary policies and all that in order. You're going to see this print happen. I'm going to show you what's going to happen in the next 4 years. All I can say is, listen to me, pay attention. The more money get printed, the more things cost. If you don't have assets, you don't make no money. Your investments are not going up. You're going to go backwards. Here's some numbers I look at. The median income right now in America is $35,000. The median home to buy in America is $326,000. You realize someone who makes $35,000 a year can't even get a loan for a $326,000 home. So it's not even accessible for half of the population. And it gets worse. Now they even give you a time clock. Isn't it crazy? They even give you the numbers because they know you're not going to go read it. They know you're not going to research. This don't mean anything to most people. I had to go do the research and learn this. And this is why I start putting my family in position. See, we're going to go more in debt to $49 trillion in the next 4 years. Okay, now let's look at the monetary creation. $28 trillion will be created over the next 4 years. I'm happy, okay? Why? Because my family's gonna eat a lot. Why? Because we're investing in the right things. You know, whether it be in silver, real estate, gold, cryptocurrency, the new gold of our time. And so this is not just something we're just talking about. It's not a fugazi where we're like, no, it's real, okay? And if you take advantage in learning the system, you have no other option but to become wealthy. Now, here's the crazy part. $28 trillion will be printed. So when you think about that, it's like if $28 trillion is going to be printed, shouldn't there be way more millionaires produced? And shouldn't our incomes go up way more? But income only went up by 2,000. Okay? 37 over 4 years, the median income goes up $2,000. Okay? $28 trillion is created. So who do you think the money is going to? See, in this pandemic, there was a trillionaire made. There were 500 billionaires made during this pandemic, or at least several billionaires made during this pandemic. Okay? There's a total of 2,000 now, 2,000 billionaires. So I need you to understand that you can be a part of this conversation. I was born and raised in Compton, California. I come from humble beginnings. I came from poverty. I know what it feels like to be poor, and I know what it feels like to be rich. But you get rich by understanding and having the knowledge. It's the only way. Okay, you can't get rich being lazy. And so let me just let you in on the next secret. Okay, you got to pay attention to things that are being said. You see, there will be banks that have a certain interest for themselves. A lot of people trust the banks because they don't understand history. Okay, JP Morgan, the banking system. Remember I showed you the 3 families? Well, there goes one. JP Morgan, CEO, he said, Bitcoin is a fraud. It's eventually going to blow up. Okay, all the murderers, stealers, rapers, they use it to go do bad things. Don't get involved with Bitcoin. Okay, why were they saying that? And you know what everybody did? Well, my financial advisor said that cryptocurrency ain't good. The bank, they said they won't do cryptocurrency because it's not good. You're listening to the very people that have an agenda for your money. Because when you put your money on their centralized ledger, they get to go use your money to go make themselves more rich. They go get to invest in the foreign exchange market, invest in real estate, invest in different property. They get to do a lot of things. And do your family grow? No, they pay you 0.0015%. Okay, you don't get anything on your money. And this is why they hate cryptocurrency, because these projects are now going to give you between 5% to 24% when you stake in a stable coin. Okay, understand, you get to become the bank. So all you're seeing is an opportunity for each person to have dominion, meaning complete control over their finances. That's it. When I say dominion, let me tell you a story about us. When we came into some money, hey, we felt good, but we also came to reality. We came to reality. Even though we make a lot of money, we still don't have control over our money. This is why we're exiting almost the banking system. See, I remember we were paying some payments. We were making 5,000. We're moving 5,000 here and 10,000 there and 5,000 here. You know what the bank? It was a hard thing. I was trying to make a $5,000 payment somewhere. And the man goes, what are you going to use it for? What's this for? Like, I'm like, doesn't matter. It's mine. This is Randy Webb on the phone. That's my account. I put my money in there. And they were controlling the flow of my money. Do you understand? If you were to pull out $5,000, they would ask you like if you were a criminal and didn't own the money, because they don't think you own the money. Do you understand that? Your money is on loan to you. They know they're going to get it back eventually. So that's why they control it. So you get dominion over your money in the cryptocurrency space to where you now get a percentage. Wonder if you were getting 5% a year on your money for real. Well, these projects allow it. Now let's go. What did JP Morgan say 4 years later? See, JP Morgan, this is JP Morgan that didn't have a position in Bitcoin. Okay. They wanted to drop it because they're like, no, I'm going to keep my bet in the system. We're eating, executives are getting money. Listen, they couldn't lose. In 2008, when the banks were too big to fail and the government bailed them out and we got caught with the bag, what happened? They gave all of their CEOs, we call them golden parachutes. They gave all their CEOs bonuses after they were paid billions of dollars by tax dollars. Come on. And we couldn't do nothing about it. We just watched it. Oh, that sucks. And then what happened? Nothing. Why? Because they're paying the pockets of politicians too. Okay, that's the system. And then so what happens now? We get control. You know, Mr. Satoshi, I love it. He created the blockchain, and the blockchain replaced the banks. Just like the McDonald's replaced their cashiers with a computer system, we replace banks with a blockchain system. Okay, and here's what JP Morgan started doing now. When they were able to collapse Bitcoin, right, get people scared out of the market, Bitcoin dropped down temporarily, really fast, to 3,900 for a second. Okay, but it was still a higher high from previous years. Well, guess who got a position? JP Morgan. Guess what other name got a position? Rothschilds. Okay, and I'm sure the Vanderbilts is somewhere in there, but Rothschilds organization has a position, billions of dollars in Bitcoin. So now JP Morgan is yelling, hey, check it out. Bitcoin is going to go to 46,000. Why do you think they would say that? And then your friend goes, Connie, hey, what do you think? What do you think about Bitcoin? JP Morgan just said they're going to 146,000. Now everybody's jumping on the bandwagon, jumping in. And the hedge funds, the big guys, they're like, yeah, go ahead and jump in. We got our money here position. Okay? That's what happened. You don't believe me? That's what happened to GameStop. Okay? They pumped GameStop, and what happened? The brokers, the hedge funds, Citadel, go do the research. They all own each other and know each other. They paused trading only for the small people. They say you can sell so that our big guys can get their money back because they lost it, but you know, y'all weren't meant to win it anyway. And so you guys actually got to see the system exposed, and people are still not paying attention. So what I'm telling you today, you get smart right now from the things I'm telling you. It's going to be a game changer over the next 5 to 10 years for your family. Okay. And so here's where we at. Cryptocurrency is not going away. The bank system is in. They're here. Okay. But you still have an opportunity to position yourself. And so I tell people that I coach, I said, your goal is to get cash flow and invest. Cash flow and invest. About half of our income, we're pushing it into investments, folks. Okay, this is even, you know, I don't know what your religious foundation is, your spiritual foundation is. Listen, when I read the Bible, I see things, indications like, man, this teaches me how to get rich. It says invest in multiple things. In Ecclesiastes, it says, hey, don't focus on just one thing. You need to put things multiple places. Don't go idle. Keep working. I said, okay, and that's what I've been doing, planting seeds, because the only way that you can get a harvest is by your seeds growing. But they ain't gonna grow if you don't plant them. And so if you planted your seeds, your money in cryptocurrency, you benefited from the wealth of this growth. Okay, and I'm gonna roll through some charts right at the end of here to tell you where the market is going. I'm fired up and excited about what we're doing. Bitcoin is doing what it's doing. Okay, 33,000. It pumped up to 40, made a retracement, which is about right. Made about a 38% or so retracement. If we get a 60% retracement, it may go to 25, 22-ish or so. I don't know if that's going to happen yet because we have our major institutions in. If they do want it to go down, it's only because they want to buy more of it. So understand that. You see, most people have a backwards mindset. You get scared when things go down. No, when people are in fear, you have courage. When people have courage, you have fear. Why? That's Warren Buffett's theory also. He's one of the richest men in the world. Okay, so look at Bitcoin, $623 billion. The market cap, which means how much currency is floated into the cryptocurrency market, is $1 trillion. The market is not at $1 trillion, folks. Now understand, what does market cap mean? Market cap means the currency that's floated into it. Now, if we divide that, let's look at Bitcoin, for example. Bitcoin holds about 61% of that market cap. So if we divide the Bitcoins, which there's 18.5 million that have been mined, there will only be 21 million if they ever get them in total existence. What makes that different than regular fiat currency? Well, regular fiat currency basically is unlimited. So if it's unlimited, that means the government gets to drive the cost or drive the buying power of our money down without us even seeing it, okay? It's invisible money. You're basically taking pay cuts every single year and you don't even know it because you're looking at a physical dollar calling it money. No, we look at currency, okay? And what is currency? Always flowing. Currency makes money. Money, fiat currency, makes no money. It stops, okay? It gets manipulated. So when we look at market cap, if we take 18.5 million coins and divide it by this market cap, okay, it gets this price here. So what do you think is going to happen when this market cap goes up and there's still only 18.5 million coins? I'm teaching you supply and demand, okay? That means there's more demand for the currency, but only 18.5 million. So what? It goes up in price. And so I'm going to talk about some people who are enthusiasts in Bitcoin, big time, folks. One person who put his whole balance book on Bitcoin, okay, and made his company a billionaire. So if you follow what people are doing who are making money, you're going to make money. Okay, so when we look at this, we know that the utilization of what people are doing in these projects is going to drive the market cap up. And I want to be in now so that when the market cap goes up, my wealth goes up too. For the first time in history, you can do that without any control. Okay, you don't need to be a qualified investor. Most of the time, people have to be qualified investors. You got to make above $250,000. Okay, you don't. So we get these calls today. We get calls about oil wells. I get calls about stock before they hit the market. We call them IPOs, initial public offering. Right? Facebook when it was at 40 versus when they hit the market for 100 something. Isn't it crazy? They say they're protecting you, but they sell it to you for more expensive. They're only protecting. I'm protecting you from the cheap price. Okay, you come in, at the high price. Airbnb, same thing. IPO, people got it at 60, but you had to buy it for 180. Okay, I thought you wanted to help the poor. Well, if you want to help the poor, teach them how to fish. Okay, they're not gonna teach you how to fish. They got to keep you in the system because that's how the system works. But for those who want to get out of the system, okay, those who are listening, then you're gonna get educated. And when you get educated, you won't stay in that system. Okay, and so as we progress on, listen. The market caps here, products, these are the top 100 coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Tether, this is not, this is a stable coin, okay? So we have USDT and USDC. So what you do is when your money's going up in Bitcoin, okay, you can momentarily park it. Let's say you want to pull your money, it goes to 40,000. You're like, it's going to reject off 40,000. You can move your money down to a stable coin to keep it there until you transition somewhere else. Man, there's so much strategy here, folks. USDC. Now, me personally, I'm just keep my money in a coin called DAI, which pays out 5 to 24% per year. Or I may keep it in Algorand, which is currently paying 7% per year right now. Do you realize if a coin pays 7% in interest, that means if you kept let's say 10 million in an account, I want to talk a big number, 10 million in an account for a year, that's $700,000. You make 10% a year. This is what banks are already doing with your money, folks. They're keeping your money on books. They're making money off of it. You don't make any money. So don't worry. It's not a concept that's not foreign. We're just making you the bank. Okay. So these coins we invested in very early, and I'm going to show you how our platform allows you to get into these projects before they're even number 7. I was in Chainlink before it was number 7. I was in Cardano before it was number 6. I was in Polkadot before Polkadot was way down there. And now we got in because we are getting the education from top educators, including myself. We learn. Okay. So where's Bitcoin going? Where's Ethereum going? Where's XRP going? Well, let's talk about who's involved. We got to keep our ears to the ground. And this is what I Am Master Academy allows you to do. We are the ears to the ground. Okay. We say, look over here. Look what's happening. Hey, look over here. Look what's happening. And now you get to carry the rest of the torch. Okay. We pass the baton. You run how far you want to run with it. So this is MicroStrategy. Okay. This is Michael Saylor's company. And what he did was take his whole balance sheet. Okay. What he made his company. And he did a strategy where he placed it in Bitcoin and made his company a multi-billion-dollar company, folks. And now he's about to hold a conference in February showing all the S&P companies how to do exactly what he just did. Basically, how to make your company super wealthy, okay? And so you can see some of the things here. where he's talking about, listen, he's talking about what he's doing. It's going to happen, folks. This is not a myth. It's not something, it's happening. Okay? Why the CEO made a bold 425 million bet on Bitcoin, which turned his company to $1 billion company, folks. Okay? He's talking about the power of Bitcoin. Okay? Bitcoin in the boardroom. Okay? You see this. It's done. Michael Saylor finally reveals his 15 million Bitcoin prediction. Okay? Wow. Why does he think that? It's about numbers, folks. He's a CEO. Okay? When you're a CEO of a company, there's this thing called, profit and loss sheets, balance sheets. And so you're looking at these numbers on the sheet. This is what CEOs are used to. So what he's projecting is real based on his experience as being an executive. So pay attention. He's looking at numbers. If I get the S&P companies in the Bitcoin process, that's going to make market cap here. And when market cap gets here, that gives a projection here. Okay? You just got to keep your ears to the beat. That's it. Some of you are not even listening to me right now. 5, 10 years from now, you're going to go back and look at this because I'm going to put it on YouTube. And you're going to say, I was there and I did nothing. While your kids could have been massively wealthy, you made no decision to get involved, no decision to get educated, no decision to even look up what I'm talking about right now. And I'm telling you, this is happening. Okay. And so he's educating all of the corporations in the S&P to do what he did. Okay. And it's going to happen. And so here we are, obviously what we do in I Am Master Academy, this is the part I love. Let's say the only thing you did with us was come in, pay your monthly, look at myswipecoin.im and invest in the coins that we tell you to invest in. You would put yourself in a way better position than you're in today. And in the next 10 years, your life will be different. Okay. You invest in things that we're telling you to invest in here. Okay. Now we're not financial advisors. We're educating you. See, there's going to be a point that you can do this stuff yourself. I don't need this anymore. I do it myself, but I love putting my ear to the ground so I can get my eyes on. I listen to my boy, Curtis Cobain. He is a knack, like this is his thing. And you get to plug in with him. Okay. You are entering the MBA of cryptocurrency. So let's talk about some things that we did. Now, this is the most recent trade, 1262. You know that Ethereum just hit 1398. I called a trade early, which I'm going to show you guys here. Okay. Chainlink, $20, $23. We got in Chainlink way earlier. This is a new trade. Okay. Balancer, a new trade here. Let's go to the beginning, folks. I want to go to where we were talking about cents. Okay, CRV. This one went up to $2. This one went up to $2 per coin, folks. Had you invested $100, you would have made several thousands of dollars. See, when I say the volatility is amazing, it's amazing. OM, USDT, 47 cents, several dollars as well too. Algo, this one is actually a stable coin that pays interest. Algorand went to 64 cents, folks. Okay, you understand this is life changing. Some of you I don't want to hear. I haven't even looked at the chat yet. Some of you are talking about Dogecoin. I'm gonna let you know right now so you stop doing it. Dogecoin shows your inexperience. When you say, "Tell me about that Dogecoin," you mean the one that's meant to be a joke, the one that everyone thinks that Elon Musk is the CEO because he just put on this thing to play around. That one meant to be a meme. Oh, that one has absolutely no meaning whatsoever. It doesn't have any white papers, doesn't have any technology that backs it. We just want to see how people just do things. You understand? People are getting exposed today for their lack of knowledge. And it's no different. History has always been that way. People get exposed for their lack of knowledge. Okay, Uniswap. Okay, this is at $16 now. $3 we got in. Cardano. Okay, there we go. I just showed you that one's at 39 cents right now. I got a lot of them. Okay, 15 cents to 39 cents. Almost tripled my portfolio. You understand how we're making a lot of money doing this? Compound. 127 down at 227 bucks. Okay, that great project. And I'm gonna show you the white papers on these. Comp USA, I'm sorry. Yeah. Comp USA, same thing. We got in again for another trade. CRV, 54 cents went to 220. DOT, number 4 traded was number 3. We got in at 7. It's not at 16. Went all the way up to 20. Okay, it's called Polkadot. So wonder if we just gave you it to you. If we gave it to you, how are you losing? You can't. Okay, remember we talked about, my wife talked about that $2,000 trade she's in. I'm in it too. Okay, we both went in the household. $723. It's at $13.98 right now. Ethereum is powerful. You're gonna hear things called smart contracts. I'm gonna go over that right now. SNX, sell, over and over again. We're getting the sauce. This is not myth. We're really doing it. Okay. If you're got goosebumps right now, you're like, man, I think I'm really going to become rich if I do the right things. Yes. Pay attention. Listen. Educate. So let's roll into Ethereum real quick, and then we'll talk about XRP, where it's going. Okay, so this thing called white papers, we're going to educate you, and I'm not going to geek out with you here, but basically what white papers are, it talks about the technology and the things that are behind it. So Ethereum, for example, the #2 traded cryptocurrency. Why Ethereum? Well, Ethereum actually has more utilization than Bitcoin. They explain that here in their white papers. Why Ethereum? They have something called a smart contract. Now, unfortunately, a lot of you are falling from things. You're hearing smart contract, but you don't have no idea what a smart contract is. Okay, and you're like, hey, you do a smart contract, you're gonna make money. Slow down, Wasabi. Not like that. Okay, what does smart contract mean? Okay, no different than like a vending machine. Okay, vending machine, if you put money in the vending machine, you're gonna get something out. Okay, when you look at something in the vending machine, you put money in, you get something out. Well, smart contracts are the thing that connect whatever the thing is that you want, and then whatever currency you're gonna put in. Okay, that's what smart contracts are, which is smart property, intellectual property, blockchains. Okay, let's talk about it real quick. The blockchain is a decentralized ledger that cannot be manipulated. Okay, so that means when something goes there, it's there forever. All right. So when we talk about intellectual property like Louis Vuitton, okay, Gucci, do you realize that there's so many fake things out there? It actually brings the cost of those things down as well, which is good for some folks, right? But the true value, like a Michael Jordan's card, wonder if someone gave you a fake one, would you be able to see it? No, you wouldn't probably be able to see it. But if it was attached to the blockchain, okay, as part of the ledger, and you had that blockchain entry, okay, now you have the real intellectual property. Well, this is what they're now doing with blockchain. But if you don't have any idea how it works, you miss out on the buck. And you're like, well, what's it? Those little things. You know, we have folks that we know that is like, that's so mysterious. I won't do stuff like that. And they're living poor, and they're keeping themselves there because they refuse to learn. Okay. And so the white papers just give you the backing on what each currency is. So Ethereum is basically based on smart contracts, intellectual property, and it's absolutely powerful. Okay. It's more powerful than Bitcoin. So when people catch on to what it really is, you're going to watch it skyrocket. Ethereum is planned to go up to 10,000. Okay. Same thing, smart contracts and what they are. Okay. It just breaks it down as far as the theory behind it. Okay. You can look up smart property. Okay. Based on ownership, controlled ownership in the blockchain. Blockchain is just a ledger. Okay. That's all that it is. And what Ethereum is going to do is connect the contract and the blockchain together. That's it. So now you understand Ethereum, Cardano. Okay, white paper. We can talk about this. Cardano is going to be one of those interconnectivity security. Okay, proof of stake. Is it real? So another thing you can look at. So this is all the stuff that I've learned. Listen, 3 years ago, I had no idea how to even talk to you about this stuff. Some of you are looking like, man, I'm never going to learn that. Man, I thought the same thing. And imagine I'm now teaching this stuff. Okay, because I went through school. See, school, we went to college to become employees. You're coming to IM to become wealthy, to learn about money. That's what we're about. Okay. And so Ripple, now let's get to Ripple. What is Ripple really, folks? Let me just put it simply. Ripple is going to be absolutely powerful. What's XRP? So Ripple is the company. XRP is what you buy. It's the tokens, the coin. All right. So let's just look at it real quick. Here's what Ripple is meant to do. Okay. They're solving a problem. They are basically a central focus. Their central focus is on distributed payment networks. Okay, so when we talk about KYC, we talk about Visa, MasterCard. Those are payment systems. It's an antiquated system. They're charging you up the yin yang. Some of you are getting charged 24%, like a lot of money. Okay, and then banks charging wire transfers of $40. Okay, money happens like that. You realize they just click enter, but you're still getting charged a lot of money for it. Ripple says, forget that. This is why I feel they're being attacked. Okay. Because they become like the conduit between the banks. They're become a bank token, but they want to make them a security. Whether they become a security or stay a currency, it doesn't matter. They're still going to go up. I need you to understand that. Some of you got shaken out for no reason, and you're going to be upset years from now. Okay. The next thing, what are they solving? Okay. A network that allows for what? Allows for fast, low-cost transactions. Okay. Which are not controlled by a centralized source, the bank. That's what they're talking about. So it's a coin that us as users get to utilize without having to utilize the bank, so we don't have to wait over the weekend anymore. If I send money on Friday or Saturday, I don't got to wait till Monday to get it. Listen, right? Even in here in IM, when we get paid in our system, on our cards, we got a Visa card that we have. We can either use that Visa card, or if I decide to send my money to my bank, you know how long it takes for me to get my money? Thousands of dollars. They hold my money for like 4 days. If I get paid Friday, they hold my money till Monday, Tuesday. okay? Not with cryptocurrency. It's there, okay? This is what Ripple is solving, okay? Here are some of the partnerships we're going to talk about. And as far as the lawsuit, okay, they're just talking. They respond to the lawsuit. They're saying, hey, we're a currency. But either way, if they're a currency or a security, it does not matter, okay? If they're a security, guess what? Those who got in early, I just have security. Thank you. I'm a qualified investor anyway. Okay. If it goes to currency, still good. Now everybody gets to get involved, and just not a small group gets to get rich. Anyone who gets involved gets to become wealthy or rich based on what they're going to do with the currency. Okay. And so who are their partnerships? This is what you need to understand when you're looking at cryptocurrency. Who's partnered with it? Okay. Stop looking at that Dogecoin. Dogecoin is partnered with nobody. Okay. They have no backing. Ripple partnered with American Express, MoneyGram, PNC, Santander. Look, these are big names, folks. SBI Remit. These are payment systems. So what does it mean? Remember I talked about supply and demand? When more currency flows into the system, what happens? It goes up in value, folks. So we don't got to worry about, some of you probably are upset about this pump. Okay, the pump didn't matter. I was already invested. I knew this stuff right here. Ripple was planning to go up. You know, we know the $10 mark, the $500 mark, it's going. Okay, some of you can't even fathom how much money you can make because you can't believe that it's going to happen for your family, so you don't do it. When I say that Ripple's going to go up to 500, some of you can't fathom that if you had, let's say, 33,000 or 30,000 shares, that your family would come across about $20 to $25 million. Okay, I understand past results don't equal future results. I'm giving you no guarantees, but I'm telling you from research that you got to start believing and fathoming what your family can be. You're no different than the Vanderbilts. Okay, you're no different than the Rockefellers. You're no different than the JP Morgans. They were just in position. Okay, you're here, you're in position. See, one thing I had to learn in life is that people are where they are because of every decision that they've made. And people hate to hear that. I hate to hear that. But the truth is you're here. Okay, and so let's get geeky real quick. Let's talk about it real quick. Okay, so here's a real chart, XRP. This is what happened. Everybody was doing this pump. People started getting in. Okay, XRP was sitting at 28. This is where it was comfortable at. Okay, it was staying here. XRP was going to shoot up no matter what. So let me just show you this form here. You're going to see this look. Reset. You see this right here? These are psychological levels, right? The market, all markets operate this way. Okay. But when you get a sharp push up, there's always going to be a correction. Always going to be a correction. Just know that. And so us as traders, banks, everyone, they know this. Well, those who are in the financial market, we know it. You get educated on this. Okay. We're going to tell you complacency. You know, you have some anxiety. You start getting angry. You get out. You lose your money. You really didn't have to lose your money if you understood what this was going to do. Okay. See, the markets are set up to transfer wealth from the impatient to the patient. It's for this reason. This is transfers, folks. Nothing new. Money wasn't, people aren't making money. They're getting money transferred to them based on what they understand and know. So we got that impulse up, okay? Went up to about $3. This was a high. Came down and closed at 2.76. So this was the goal to drive back up. They were on their way to do that. You don't believe me? Okay, let me show you what Bitcoin was doing. Okay, all of these are basically simulating exactly what Bitcoin has already done. So you get to see a movie on replay, okay? So we look at Bitcoin, it's the same exact trajectory. Okay, same everything, because there's psychological levels, folks. Okay, same everything except the SEC stepped in right here. Okay, and everybody got scared. This is not because the company is bad, it's because people got scared. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna lose my money. And they got in. And guess who bought here? I bought here a lot. Okay, I put thousands of more Ripples in my portfolio. Okay, you know what's happening right now? Investors are putting thousands of more Ripples in their portfolios right now. Okay. Because we understand what's going to happen. And that's the Warren Buffett's. It's no different. And so we had a trade that was just called. Okay, let's call it this level. It's already in profit. We called it at the support level. How do we know this? Okay, well, there's theories that we know. You can see I have 24.5, 34.5, 44.5, 5,000. There's something called the quarter theory. Okay, you'll learn all this stuff. Right? Y'all think some people think it's gambling. We are not gambling, folks. I am an educated investor through I Am Master Academy, you know, looking at all theories. So it's not magical that they're showing 24.5. Look, that's a support and resistance. You know, oh, another one at 34.5, right? 3,000. These are all, look, I'm giving y'all too much right now. Let me stop. Just know this. So where is Ripple going? So let's look at it real quick. Ripple's going to push back up. Now, Everybody's paused because of the case. 95% of what Ripple does is outside of the United States anyway. Okay, so we're gonna get a push up to here. This is what we're looking at. Let's go to a smaller time frame. Okay, so here we have, you see that's called a doji candle. You learned this in the academy, right? This means that all this represents is people selling. No one's really buying, not enough buyers buying for it to shift back up. Finally, it got to a level which we created a new support. We created a new floor. Our first floor was down here. This is our new floor. So our new floor came down. Everybody said, I'm comfortable here. Okay, so that's hence the doji candle right there. That doji candle has meaning for us. Okay, that's a money candle for me. That means I'm going in for a buy. Okay, I see that doji candle, and then we got the light up on the 4 hour. Yes, absolutely. We going in profit, 44. Okay, that's a good move to make money, period. Okay, stop loss goes below it. We know how to work this. This is what you're going to learn. Money's moving up and down. And we make money both ways by understanding this chart. Okay, let's look at some more things. So, what else I'm going to go into? This was Ethereum. Ethereum is already pushed up. We called this trade earlier for our group. Okay, Ethereum automatically pushed up to this area here. I called it. Once Ethereum breaks 1450, Ethereum pushing up, you know, to 1650, 1850, and then I expect it to go to 2500. Okay, same thing. Looking at, okay, so let's go back. All right, so that's XRP, folks. So XRP, listen, we're going to trade it for the time being until the court case is done. But overall, I base the investment. So you can't buy no Coinbase right now. And right now, I don't think you can even exchange it on Exodus, but you can buy it on BitTrue. But if you don't have the education to buy it, listen, pay for the education. Get involved, learn this. Let's look at Bitcoin, and we're going to call it a night. I want to show you guys something real quick, okay? This is back. Y'all think we're playing when we talk about, you see this as $1.25? How many of you would love to buy Bitcoin at $1.25? Everybody's like, me, I'm buying. You know why? Because you're like, you see Bitcoin, because you see it, okay? Little faith, but you see Bitcoin is at 30, 40,000. But we're telling you to buy the little coins. And you're like, I don't know about CRV. You know, it's at $2. Because that's human nature. Listen, you're here, but you're uneducated here. Okay? This is why it's worth $200. Okay? So yes, Bitcoin was once at $2, just like these other projects are. Okay? And then what did it do? It went through the psychological process back in 2013. Guess what it did? People, you know what people were yelling here? They didn't believe it here. When their friends were telling them, hey, did you know about Bitcoin? What is Bitcoin? Now ain't gonna work, blah, blah, blah. They're talking, I don't know, do those type of things, blah, blah, blah. And then they start believing a little bit. Oh my God, you got it at 2, it's at $60. They start hopping in. Oh my God, it does work. They start believing, have hope. They start getting excited. We're all gonna be rich. It goes up, goes far up, like kind of the day that pump with XRP, right? Goes up to 273, starts coming down because people are getting rich, and they start selling. People are like, oh my God, it doesn't work. It's a scam. And it goes down and goes through its cycle again. And then what happens? People are angry. Oh, it didn't work, because they don't understand. Okay, then it comes to the previous year's high. Okay, this one, it happened in the same year because it's a small amount. What did it do? It pushed up. Here we are in 2013 again. Push all the way up. Now it's at $951. How many of you would buy Bitcoin at $951? Everybody's like, me. No, you wouldn't. You'd be saying the same thing everybody else saying. I don't know if it's really gonna work. Blah blah blah. You know why? Because I was one of those people. And it happened to me in 2015 when a lady was trying to expose me to Bitcoin. And you know what I looked at her like? Like she was the devil. Like one of your crazies. It's going to replace the US dollar, blah, blah, this. Exactly what I'm preaching to you guys, folks. Listen, this, and I told this woman she's crazy. And here I am today teaching, okay? Because I'm educated on the subject now. And so what? Same thing. Goes up, highest point, hits 1100, does the same thing. So here we are, movie number 2, replay. Okay, what does it do? Here we are, 2017 finally comes around. Okay, this was a long haul. You see, this is a long haul. Then finally in 2017, this is one that everybody notes right here. Bitcoin finally did its rally, broke through, retested, popped up. Here we go. Okay, what were people saying? Now they're like, it's too late to get in. Oh my God, it's not the same thing. It's too late to get in. But then, oh my God, they get in. Same thing, repeat. What do we do? Same psychological. The banks got in here. So now, you ready? Banks got in somewhere around here, folks. This is where your banks got in at, okay? Your banks got in here, okay? Remember 2017, they were like, It's 2017. They were yelling. Man, let's just go back. Let's look at this report, y'all. I need y'all to see this. Y'all see that? That was September. So they made the statement a little bit before. So let's go look at the charts. Okay, it tells a story. 2017. They were trying to fail this thing. So right around here, they're like, it's a scam, the murderers, all the stuff, blah, blah, blah. And remember, it started rallying up. They were trying to collapse it. It went up, came down. They were like, man, let me get my butt in this joker. They got in this joker, okay? And here we are. Take 4. Still don't believe me? Still don't believe me, do you? You don't think it's going to happen? What do I see? So what are people doing right now? Let me just talk about it, okay? No one's going to call this because everybody wants to rally up to 40,000. We're all complacent right now. You know, I believe that we're all complacent right now, but it doesn't matter if you're invested for the long haul, okay? But for my traders, you get this, okay? What do we have? Euphoria right now, okay? Bitcoin's up. It's falling. Everyone's complacent right now. Everyone's, I don't know, the banks are involved, and you hear me say it sometimes. The banks are involved, so I don't know if it's going to make that big dip, but the truth is, we kind of do know, okay? And I believe that price is going to take hold around 28, even all the way down to 22, okay? But here's what I need you to know. Ain't it still high? If I was to look at this whole thing, they're all still higher highs, folks. So we look at this thing. It's all still higher from all the previous years. It's a trend up. So regardless, see, y'all just don't see it on the long term. It's a trend up. Okay, all of it has always been a trend up. So when this comes down to the trend line, okay, it's gonna go back up. So no matter what, if you're doing the right thing and you understand, it's a game changer. This is simple. And so that's I've never given this much, folks. That's pretty much all of our talk there. Hopefully you understood what I talked about here. Hopefully that just really brought your brain to present. Okay, what you do from here, up to you. Okay, I ain't gonna sell you on getting wealthy. You know what I'm selling you on is getting the education and learning this thing. And so I learned this over a 3-year period. Don't look. I feel like I got a doctor's degree. I get to hang around with the greats like the Curtis Cobains, the Crypto Picassos. Okay, the Nick Gomez's. We have a powerful Chairman 25 group where we got millionaire after millionaires in those groups. Listen, I learned early that if you want to become something, you better hang around. How I became a pilot, I was hanging around pilots. Okay, how I became a millionaire, I was hanging around millionaires. Okay, because you do what those people do. If you want something in life, go find the person who has it and you go do it. And so that's our call tonight, folks. Thank you guys for being on. If you want more of this, listen, I'm not even the guru. Okay, the guru's on Go Live. So if you think I'm something, you need to go to our platform and learn where I learned from. So that's our call tonight, folks. You guys have a great one. Let's go. I pray that your family have an abundant year and an abundant generation, and that you pass on so much wealth to your kids that you do create that household name. So in everything that we do, let's continually leave our legacy.